Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Sorry about the light. There's not much that I can do about it. I apologize. So we're 1 week in on Carnivore. It's been 7 days. Today's Monday. I started last Monday. And it's been a wild week. I'm going to get to the weight loss here in a minute, but I wanted to just be completely transparent with everyone and let you know kind of what's been going on and where my head is at mentally and emotionally with Carnivore. Now, this isn't to get pity or whatever. This is just transparency. So the week that I started Carnivore, I had been dealing with a lot of pain in my abdomen and in my side, and essentially it has been to where I can't stand or walk for more than about 5 minutes at a time. So all these videos that you've seen of me cooking, it's literally been me getting up off the couch, running to the kitchen, well, not running, but going to the kitchen, filming that scene and sitting back down for 10 minutes or so and letting the pain ease off and then continuing on. Not fun. It's not been fun. So with that, I went to the doctor, and as you saw in my I fell off the wagon video, if you haven't seen it, it'll be in the iCard. I had some blood work done and had some x-rays and had some tests done, and a lot of stuff on my blood work is way out of whack. The good news is that this will give me a starting point blood work, and hopefully in a couple months we'll be able to look at it and see what Carnivore has done. I'm really sorry about this this light, but so in a nutshell, to be fully transparent, I have been on TRT for a little over a year. For those that don't know, it's testosterone replacement therapy. It has helped my mood. It has helped my mental thought processes. It has helped a lot of things in my life. And my numbers are fairly level and regulated now in that aspect. Because of that, I get my blood work done pretty regular. And this past time, I got it done because of the side pain to see what's going on. Well, I have one liver enzyme that's elevated. I have a bilirubin level that is elevated. My hemoglobin is essentially off the charts. It was 19.3, and I guess normal is anywhere from 13 to 17, so it's like my blood count essentially. Triglycerides were high, cholesterol was high, both LDL and HDL, all that was high. Everything was high. Nothing really crazy. He didn't even put it, like when he read the blood work, he didn't put anything about cholesterol in his notes. He just focused on the liver enzyme, the bilirubin, and the hemoglobin being high. So I'm anxious to see what happens from here. I'm scheduled for an ultrasound this week on my abdomen to see what's going on. The reason I mentioned the TRT was because a lot of times that can lead to higher levels of hemoglobin. So today, the reason I'm in the truck and we're out and about is that I went to donate blood. Unfortunately, I was unable to donate blood because they don't check your hemoglobin, but they check this thing called hematocrit percentage. I don't know. And mine was a 59 and their cutoff was a 54. So essentially I got too much blood, I guess. So I'm waiting on a doctor's order to do a therapeutic blood draw and see if we can get that hemoglobin down. I said all that to say this. If you're starting a carnivore diet, in my non-professional, non-doctor, non-whatever recommendation, I am not a medical professional. I do not claim to be, and I didn't even stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. But in my professional, non-professional opinion, go get your blood work done. Just so you'll know. Now I'm not a hypochondriac, but I do get terrified of medical jargon. So when I see anything in the red, I freak out. So that's what I'm doing right now, is freaking out. So that's where I said all that to say this. That's where my mental state is right now. I'm anxious. I have a lot of anxiety because of all these numbers being so out of whack. And the process from going to the doctor to getting other tests done, the ultrasound, things like that, has been over a week long, and I haven't had that test done yet. And so it's fueling that anxiety, the waiting process. As most of you know, I put my trust in the Lord, and that's where it's going to stay. So I'm not too worried about it, but the old self still kicks in every once in a while, and my brain does that. So, 1 weekend on Carnivore. I had a lot of good meals this week. I'll post pictures as I talk here of some of the things that I've eaten. I wasn't necessarily straight carnivore. I was more dirty carnivore. I had a lot of cheese. Essentially, I had a lot of cheese, period. And I did still drink occasionally a 0 calorie, 0 sugar, 0 caffeine soda just to appease my cravings. Now, eventually that will phase out, and I'll just go straight to water. Today, I'm drinking water and stuff like that. But I've had a ribeye steak, a couple of New York strips. Last night, I had a chuck steak with some grilled, like the Korean short ribs. I'd never had short ribs before. I don't have a picture of it, unfortunately, but that's probably my favorite cut of meat now. I found some at Sam's, and that was an awesome meal. But overall, it's been a good week of eating. I had some patties. If you haven't seen the video from Wendy's, check it out up here of what I ordered there. Today I ate at McDonald's. I had 4 quarter-pound patties and a large water, and actually McDonald's may be the way to go. It was $9.66 for a pound of meat and a large water. And on the road, you can't really beat that. Overall, I had headaches for 3 days. About 2 days in, I started getting headaches, and I would, try to push through them. But, with everything else going on, my anxiety, all that stuff, I did take some ibuprofen a couple times, and that got me through the headaches. And now I don't think I'm going to have to worry about any headaches. Had a couple cups of coffee, just black coffee. Put some the chocolate element in the coffee. It was pretty good. It's not my favorite. I wasn't really a big fan. And yeah. So overall this week, just to get this video over and get it out to you, I'm down about 7 pounds. I weighed in at 355 pounds last Monday. And as of this morning, I was 348 pounds. And to be honest, earlier in the week, I was actually a little bit lower in weight. But yesterday, I ate a lot. I ate 2 pounds just of those Korean short ribs. Now, of course, that had bone in when they weighed it. But I had those and about almost 3/4 of a pound of the chuck steak. And then I had some prosciutto wrapped cheese and some pepperoni wrapped cheese later on in the evening there. But overall, I have been doing a 16-hour fast. I usually don't eat until around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I try to stop eating. Around 6 o'clock, but sometimes here lately that's been pushed to around 7, just depending on if I get a craving for food or hungry for food. But overall, it's what I expected. I expected to have, a little bit of headache. I expected to have a little bit of brain fog, but because my brain has been going so crazy about all the medical stuff, I really didn't notice the brain fog at all. Not being able to leave the house has been depressing and irritating because I have other things going on in my life that I need to be accountable for and present for, and I've not been able to do that. And that's made it tough. So, overall, this first week is probably worse than any of the other first weeks of carnivore that I've tried to do. So yeah, that's just something to expect. If you're starting out on this diet, the first week is gonna suck. I'll just be honest with you. And you're gonna have to push through some tough times with it. The biggest thing is just to understand that it's temporary. The frustration, the pain, even all that stuff is temporary. Once you bust through that first initial wall of doom, or whatever you want to call it, it's essentially, you start to feel better and better as the days go on. So that's the 1 week update. That is everything that's gone on this week. I'm hoping for a good report with the ultrasound. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what they're going to say, but I'm expecting it to be fine, and they'll tell me that it's, something simple. I'm waiting on the doctor to write an order for me to get just a blood dump, essentially, because again, like I said, my levels were too high to donate according to their rules and policies. So that's where we're at right now, guys. 1 week in, 7 days in. I still love the carnivore diet. Every time I start over, every time I restart, every time I get back on track, I'm like, why did I ever stop? Why did I ever stop? And it's because I gave in to temptation, essentially. So there we go. We'll have another update next week. And we're going to have another cooking video coming out this week on Thursday. We're going to do our upload schedule as Tuesdays and Thursdays. So be sure to hit the bell notification so that you'll know every time a video comes out. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to hit the thumbs up. Be sure to comment. Let me know how you're doing in your journey and how you're doing with your carnivore diet, good or bad. It's a no judgment zone here. I'll do whatever I can to encourage you and push you along in your journey. All right. I appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for all the comments, the encouragement, all that crazy stuff that I would have never guessed anybody would ever do for a big old bearded Yeti like me on the internet. But I do appreciate you. And until next time, guys, y'all stick with me. We'll see what we can do. Thanks, guys. God bless.